The second step in creating a personal brand is to understand, determine what you want to accomplish. Since our answer in accomplishing the personal brand is really, we want to be known for our skills, right? Apart from finance, apart from our business acumen, we want to be known for analytical thinking, we want to be known for strategic thinking, we want to be known for digital transformation skills that we have acquired or we are going to acquire. You want to be seen as an expert of something in the world so that people want to hire you. Means you are creating a demand for your products and services, your services that you are going to provide. If you are going to tell the employers that you are going to you have value in the business, you have business acumen, you are able to think out of the box, you are innovative. So that's what you really want to achieve. You want to market yourself so that the peoples are lining up to hire you, rather than you are going to apply for a job and you're not getting a job. Because when you apply the job online or via online portals, it's very hard to get noticed, because there are thousands of them. There are people who are just floating around their CVs because they are also need that particular job. So in order to be away, or in order to be different from the rest of the crowd, you have to create your own personal brand, so that instead of you applying for the job, maybe people are asking if you can join them or not. So that's the second step in creating a personal brand. Determining what do you want to accomplish. The third step in creating a personal brand is identify your target audience. So your target audience is who you are going to work in. Your audience are your employers, your audience may be your future boss, your audience may be the CEOs of the companies, maybe the finance managers of the companies who may be looking for hire. So it will help to understand where you should be putting your contents, where how you are going to approach them. So basically, the current world, the digital personal brand means that you will be creating a content and you will be sharing it to the particular audience. Now that particular understanding that target audience will help you to understand where what kind of content you should be preparing and how you can help them, right? So if you maybe you wanna if you wanna work in, let's say, a financial services industry, so there is no point in creating a personal brand targeting around manufacturing industry, right? You may be creating a personal brand around your financial services industry, or you are trying to create or achieve a job, or you're trying to attract the employers who are looking for a CFO. So there is no point in creating and talking about other things other than the job that they are looking for and what kind of skills they are looking for. So you may need to explore their profiles and look at what are they doing, what are they liking, what are they following, right? And what are their demographics, what are they, where are they living, and what are they posting, what kind of job they are posting, what kind of skills they are looking for. So that will help you to refine your personal brand based on what the customer is looking for, means what the employer is looking for. There's no point in creating a personal brand which nobody want to look at, right? Then the third step is, what is your unique proposition? So you may be good at something, right? You may be different from others by having some. A lot of people think the personal brand is you just create a story or share the other people's content. That's not a unique value proposition, right? The unique value proposition is something which sets you apart from the other. So for example, me, I am creating the content, I'm teaching the subjects to the general audience. I teach on finance, I teach on business, I teach on entrepreneurial skills, and I'm still doing my full-time job as a finance expert in my current company. But teaching these skills help me to learn these skills as well, and I'm able to apply these skills in my job. So that's my value proposition. Means I'm continue to expand my wisdom, my knowledge area, and apply these skills or learnings into my current job. So that's my value proposition that I give to my employer, that they are always getting a fresh perspective of other industries, of other subjects that I'm teaching or I'm learning on my own time. That's the value that they are getting, right? So you have to also understand what is the value proposition you are going to give. As an I'm a big data analyst also. I'm doing the performance management for the company. So what are the skills that you are going to showcase? Then you have to, the next step is you have to start treating yourself as the brand. Means you have to, you put in your brain and put in your mind that you are already the brand that you want. So means you have to behave as what it is. When I started out my career as a finance professional with, as an accounting manager, I always believed in behaving as my next. So I wanted to develop my career as a CFO or as a finance head. So I behaved in that manner right from the beginning. Even though I am not the head, I already behaved that way. I already think in that way. I always suggest in that way. As a finance head, my suggestion is this. So people will notice automatically when you are suggesting yourself. So you may not have a confidence and in the beginning. So means you have to learn, right? You have to learn how you're going to behave. You have to before you are speaking out, you have to research yourself and explain with the rationale. That will help not only to grow yourself but also establish your brand very early. You don't have to wait to be a CFO to behave as a CFO, right? You can still always behave as a CFO already, even though you are not there yet, because the being there and reaching there is just only a matter of time, right? So you have to start and creating yourself, treating yourself as the brand that you are going to look forward. For example, I always my personal brand is innovative coach and a mentor and as a finance expert. This is my personal brand. This is my value that I'm giving to the world. So I'm already behaving it as a personal brand. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I'm 100% innovative. I'm still learning, but I behave already. I treat myself as such. So my actions and my values are already aligned with my personal brand. Then the second step, the sixth step that you have to apply in creating a personal brand is to develop the content strategy. What you are going to talk about, since you are going to create a personal brand by telling the stories, by telling the peoples how you are going to behave, what you're going to look like, right? So when you are saying that start treating as yourself as a brand, means you have to visually prepare yourself so that you are already in there. You may have to wear the jacket, you may have to tie, you always have to be sharp looking. So that is your personal brand which you have to portray right from the beginning. Then the sixth step, as we discussed, is the develop the content strategy. What you are going to talk about in digital space, the peoples will not be able to see you, right? But they will be able to read what you are posting, what you are sharing on your LinkedIn, what you are sharing on your Facebook, what you are sharing on your website. You may not have a website, you may have a YouTube channel, you may have a LinkedIn channel, you will have a Twitter account, you will have Instagram. Is not only the social media, it's also the professional media which also matters. So what you are sharing, what you are commenting on, that is a part of your personal brand. So that will, because subconsciously it will give away your thought process, your values, and your brand to the peoples, depending on what type of content you are engaged in. Even though you may be saying that it's my social media, I can do anything, but you cannot separate your inner brand with your outer brand. It has to align, right? You have to merge it together. Otherwise you cannot create a personal brand. So whatever you are doing on social media, whatever type of content you are going to comment on, if you are going to comment on political content, then your personal brand will become a political analyst or political commentator, or just, if you're just commenting yes like on, that means you don't really have a personal brand because you are not creating any. So what type of content you want to create? You may want to create content on leadership skills. You may want to create a content on business that you are working in. So you may want to give out the some tips. So it will help you establish as an expert in that particular business. You may want to be an expert, or you may want to show yourself as an expert in finance industry. So you may be talking about the stocks, you may be talking about what the companies are doing, why the prices are going, what the prices are going up. So means it will help you to establish yourself as an analyst, right? You may be doing the data analysis and posting your results in the in as part of blog, as a part of video, as a part of tweets. That will help you establish your brand as a data analyst. So depending on what you want to really achieve, your content strategy has to match with what you want to achieve. So every content that you share on your Twitter, on your LinkedIn, on your social media, on your YouTube, on your website will have to follow the brand that you want to build. So that is the sixth step. The second step is the seventh step is to create a pillar channel for storing and sharing your content. Means you may have to follow one or two channels where you really want to create your personal brand. For finance professionals, and we are professionals, so we have to create a personal brand in LinkedIn, right? You don't have any other place to, or you may want to follow the Twitter. Facebook is not really for creating a professional personal brand. You may create it as a business, that's fine. But for a professional, you have to create, you have few choices for you. So you may have a LinkedIn profile, which is really clean, professional. I can give you some tips how to clean up your LinkedIn profile later. And you may want to create a blog website for you, so you don't have to spend money on website. You may just go to the other blogging website which are free and start to create them and show them around in Twitter, in YouTube, in LinkedIn. You can create videos, post on YouTube, and share this among your professional fraternity, and so that you can try to reach the audience that you want to reach. Means we have identified in the third step what kind of uh, professionals, what kind of content you want to try. So if your audience is on LinkedIn, you creating your personal brand on YouTube is match, right? You have to share your YouTube videos to on the LinkedIn, and so that your audience can reach them. Then after that, you have to market. Means you have to build a community among yourself. So you have to build a followers. Have to build a network around yourself. So what type of people you are making connections with, right? You are making connections with other industries. You are making connections within your industry. So that will define and teach your audience. So you have to ensure that the network that you are creating on anywhere, LinkedIn or Twitter or anywhere, you have to select the audience that you want to reach out, right? So you have to build a community. You may want to do a live events. You can go to the podcasting as a guest if you try out. But you have to start with creating your content first, and then you have to build a community by doing live events, by doing chats, by creating courses that people follow you, right? So that's the really the seventh step in creating it's been creating a personal forward.